it is time for 814 Your Health, folks. This is a really, really important segment we have here. Joining us now is Tom Mara, who is the Director of Cardiology Services over at UPMC Altoona. Tom, welcome in.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we're very happy to have you. We're talking about an upcoming Minutes Matter workshop that you guys have over at the church in Duncansville, the Duncansville Evangelical Lutheran Church. But you guys started this back in December, these Minutes Matter workshops. Tell us about this. These are super important skills that people can take from these workshops.
Yes, UPMC started this program back in 2020, and we brought it to Altoona this year. And the Minutes Matter program is education for the basic person on 4 major topics where you could actually learn to save a life, and you don't need to be a trained professional. There's cardiac arrest, stopping a bleed, trauma, opioid overdoses, and crisis or suicide. So we talk about all of that at our events.
Right, yeah, super important things. And like you said, this isn't a certification process, but I was just talking to you about how I used to be a lifeguard growing up, and I used to be certified, but those basic skills are definitely kind of just ingrained in my brain now, and just knowing those basic things can really make a huge difference.
It can. You know, if we don't address a cardiac arrest, for instance, only 1 in 10, if we don't, attempt CPR or perform something early, only 1 in 10 of those people would be likely to survive. But early intervention, we can up the odds of that person surviving from 4 to 5 out of 10. So it's important that someone knows how to come in and do those basic chest compressions, and I'll be happy to show you that today.
Yeah, let's do it. That would be great.
All right. The thing you've always seen on television of someone doing CPR is a simple technique. It's push hard, push fast. We tell everyone, and when we're teaching it as a certification, that it needs to be about 100 to 120 compressions per minute, and they should be about 2 inches deep across the chest. And you always will center your palm in the center of the chest between the breasts, and put one hand on top of the other, and you can interlock your fingers. And it's easier, obviously, when a person's down on the ground and you're over top of them. You can use your body weight. But it's important to press deep enough, about 2 inches, and that moves blood through the body to the brain and to the organs, and can keep that person alive until EMS services arrive. The most important step when this happens is that you call for help. So either you call on your cell phone, or you yell and shout for help and have someone come. And if there's AEDs available in your area, have that person bring this device. This can make the difference of about 30 or 40% chance, a better chance that a person's going to survive. These also guide you through the simple process of CPR. And they are as simple as plugging the device in, turning it on, and listening to it tell you what to do. I apologize, it took a second there.
There we go. Yeah, I mean, like you said, it really guides you through.
Do you want me to turn it off?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
No, I just wanted to hear it, actually. But yeah, it basically tells you everything you need to do.
The pads are labeled with where they are to go, so it's simple enough. And I would continue CPR if you brought this and have you go ahead and follow the instructions and place these while I did CPR. And now it listens, it tells you that it requires a shock because there's no rhythm. And if I do that, it delivers it. It allows me to now continue CPR, and it's going to tell me that.
Begins.
And then it gives me the rate, the 100 to 120 beat rate, and this will continue on as long as it detects no heart rate or rhythm, and prompt you to do every step necessary until EMS people arrive.
That helps, because I was always told staying alive. Think of staying alive by the Bee Gees in your head, but that makes it even more helpful. Another thing I was taught is, okay, if you have people around you, is, hey, you call 911, you go get an AED, because I feel like that's another thing. People will just say, oh, someone call 911, and then it'll be like, you call 911, you call 911. So you want to make it...
Yes, just direct someone, and you start CPR if you know how to do chest compressions.
Yes.
But most people were willing to obviously run and get help. And today we all carry, most of us are carrying a cell phone, so the first thing I would do is dial 911, put it on speaker, and set it down beside me as I started. Because the sooner you begin, the more likely the person's chance of surviving.
Yep, that's for sure. We have some statistics that we were showing on the bottom of the screen too. I mean, they are kind of shocking the first time you see them, and it just goes to show though how important these basic things are. So in addition to CPR, we're also talking about a couple other things like how to apply tourniquet.
Stop a bleed. The number one reason people die in a trauma event is bleeding out. Basics. We have mannequins, as we do, just like this, to demonstrate to you how to pack a wound, use a tourniquet, or create one out of something that you have available. And if we do that, we can save a life, if we can stop a bleed. Administering Narcan. 80 to 90% of people who die from an opioid overdose could be saved if Narcan was administered early. And it's available today over the counter. You do not have to have a prescription to get it. On the Minutes Matter website, you can learn about locations to go to receive that Narcan if you need it. If you have someone in your home, a senior who takes opioids, or someone in your family who is involved with drugs and it sounds like it's important, that's a way to really save a lot of lives. And then the last topic is 988, the Suicide and Crisis Prevention Line. You can text or call it. Unfortunately, there's probably 70% of people you talk to who don't even know that it exists. But if you have a family member who's in crisis, that is a simple solution to call, talk to a professional, and have them give you advice on the nearest location to call someone, reach out to them, get them in contact with the person who's in crisis.
Knowing about these simple things is everything, and you can learn about these things at their next workshop at the church over in Duncansville. And also, if you want to schedule your own workshop with them, you can head over to their website that was on the screen and get in touch with them to learn these super, super important things that go to show that minutes certainly matter. Tom, thanks again. We really appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome.